everyone, this is Jesse coming at you with my review of Transformers Prime Starscream. I've actually owned this toy for like the last month and a half, 2 months, so I've really had a chance to develop a certain feeling for it, and I want to share my thoughts and feelings about the toy at the end of this review. But first I want to go ahead and show you the alternate mode as well as the robot mode. So we're currently looking at the alternate mode here, and again this is Transformers Prime Starscream, so with this being a Starscream you'd expect his alternate mode to be some form of jet here, and that's exactly what we get. Now the color scheme on this is really made up of a number of different silvers here. We have this dark silvery blue here on the wings, as well as here on the lower section of the jet. And for the rest of the jet, we pretty much have various forms of silver. So we have a darker silver up here on top. You'll see that we have a lighter silver here in the midsection. Also a lighter silver here for the nose cone. We also have some red highlights here on the rear wings, as well as on the tail fin. We also have some up here along the cockpit area that you can see there. And if I go ahead and flip the toy up here, you'll see that we also have a black Decepticon symbol right there. In terms of features in this mode, there really aren't any. What you see is what you get. Now that you can see the toy is sitting rather well here on my counter. No, there is not any sort of landing gear down here on the bottom, but let me go ahead and flip it around here so you can see what's down here. Up here in the front you'll see that there's this little knob, and then down here at the rear of the jet you'll see that there's also these little knobs down here located on the undersection in the back, one on each side. They sort of act as landing gear, but there's no functioning wheels or anything. It just sort of supports the toy in the jet mode here. The toy also features some missiles down here underneath the wings that you can see. Now, these are just rubbery plastic. I can remove them very easily. They don't shoot or anything. As you can see, it's just a grouping of 3 different missiles here. So really not too much to do in this mode other than play with it as a jet. So, and if you're a kid, this might be perfect for you. If you're just using it for display purposes, also might be perfect. Because like I said, there's not really much you can do here. So that is the jet mode. Let me go ahead and show you the transformation to robot mode now. So in order to do that, I'm going to take the underside of the jet here and go ahead and flip these sections down. As you can imagine, these will become the legs here. So let me go ahead and flip them up. You'll see that this actually flips up here on the nose cone area. So what I'm going to do now here is flip this around, flip up the knee sections here, and I'm going to open up the feet down here at the bottom of the legs. Then what I'm going to do is rotate this entire section around here on the nose cone. So I just took the legs and rotated them 180 degrees there. I'm going to take the legs here and flip them out. And if I take this section here that the legs are attached to, so the waist area, if I flip it up, it'll actually lock into place here, just like that. Now what I want to do is take the legs, and that's not what I wanted to do. Go ahead and pop them back on. I want to take this entire section here and rotate it. That's what I was trying to do. That's one thing that I've noticed with this toy and transforming it, is that the pieces tend to want to pop off. So you got to watch that. So there you can see that we start to have the lower section here of Starscream. So the next thing I want to do here is take the wings and flip them down just like that. Rotate this back around here, and I'm going to go ahead and separate the top section here. See that we have some form of a robot mode starting to take shape. Let me zoom out a little bit here so you can see more of it. So again, we have the robot mode starting to take shape a little bit here. So what I'm going to do next here is rotate these sections down. As you can clearly see here, these will become the arms. What I'm going to do here is pull these sections apart. Gonna rotate this around just like that and flip the arms, or excuse me, flip the hands out. So again, you can see the robot mode starting to take shape here. And I'm going to take the wings here and just flip them up, get them out of the way. Then what I'm going to do here is turn the figure around here and focus on the back section here. And what I want to do is flip the afterburner there out of the way, and then go ahead and separate the tail fin here, if I can get to it. There we go. Separate the tail fin just like that. And I'm going to turn the figure back around here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to flip this entire section down here and snap that into place. And if I rotate the figure back around here and open up the chest area and separate the back, the head is inside of here, so I'll just go ahead and flip that up, close the chest, flip the head down here, and lock the back section here into place again, since I moved that. And flip the toy back around here, get his arms in place, and we have Starscream in robot mode. So let me get him situated here so that I can adjust the camera so you can see him a little bit better. And there we go. Let me adjust my camera just a little bit here. And there we have Starscream, or Transformers Prime Starscream, in robot mode. So the toy essentially keeps the same exact color scheme as what you saw in the vehicle mode. We do have a little addition here of some blue here by the hands, but that's really the only color difference here. If you look, of course, he has his Decepticon symbol here on his chest. Got the red detailing in here in the abdominal region up here to the chest. His eyes are red, and essentially the rest of the figure keeps the silver color scheme that it had from the vehicle mode. Now in terms of posability, the arms do rotate here at the shoulders a full 360 degrees, as you can see there. They do bend here at the elbow. You can move the hands in and out from the body. The legs here do rotate a full 360 degrees at the waist. They also bend backwards at the knee. And I actually need to flip these up. They do bend backwards here at the knee. For the feet, again, you can adjust the feet forward or backward as well as the heel. And then here for the waist, you can rotate the waist slightly. Get his arm out of the way here so I can show you. But it kind of throws off the proportions of the robot mode if you do it way too much. So let me rotate that back around. In terms of the head, you can really move the head all around here, full 360 degrees. You can rotate at the neck. It can also look down as well as up. So posability is pretty good on the figure. It looks nice in robot mode. But here's where the thoughts and the feelings that I was talking about earlier come into play. In terms of a figure for collectors, it's awesome. The vehicle mode, not so much. I mean, it just looks like a generic jet. But the robot mode is awesome. There's lots of posability on the figure. It looks rather show accurate. And it looks really nice in the robot mode. But in terms of a toy that one would play with, so if you're buying this for your kids, might as well avoid it because it's a big pile of shit. If you're a kid playing with this thing and you're playing with this on your carpet or on your bed or something, it's just going to topple over. There's absolutely no way you're going to be able to get it to stand there. The legs on this thing are really thin. It does support the weight of the figure. The figure is rather top heavy, as you can see here. The legs do support it, but you have to get the legs and the feet just right. and there's no way that it would ever stand properly on carpet, or if you're playing with it, like I said, on your bed if you're a kid. So if you're thinking about this toy for a kid, absolutely avoid it because it's a big pile of shit for them. If you're a collector, however, great looking figure. On my figure specifically, and I don't know if this plagues all of them, but on my figure specifically, a lot of the parts wanted to pop off. Now in the transformation that I just showed you here on camera, only the leg popped off. The first time I transformed this, however, I had each of the arms pop off, as well as both of the legs. And that's definitely not a good thing. It is rather easy to snap them right back on, and you can continue the transformation. But when you see the parts of the toy pop off, you just sort of get disheartened, and you definitely don't want to see that when you spend money on a figure. So, but like I said, in terms of a collectible, if you're using this just as a display piece, it looks awesome. At least in the robot mode. The vehicle mode, rather bland. Again, I could have put the missiles on the arms again, but didn't really want to. Not a big fan of those. Again, display piece, really nice. For a kid, absolutely avoid. They're going to hate it. It's just not fun to transform. It wouldn't be fun to play with. Thinking back when I was a kid and I was playing with my toys, this is not something I would want to play with. I would want something that's rather big, rather bulky, would easily stand. This doesn't do it. So those are my thoughts on the toy. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Till next time, this is Jesse, signing off.